fuel pumps are loud. It looks like it wasn't even meant to be in here. Good morning and welcome back to yet another vlog. I'm here by Recoveries, and we're just going to be talking about a few of the projects that I have. Most excitedly, the one you ZDX, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll let them introduce themselves as we just talk about some of the projects that they have, which are quite plenty. We have another RX8 there, which I think they'll explain. I'm excited for this one because I feel like this is one of the builds that I've really been wanting to see in person, and seeing it in person even now just looks crazy. Like, I think we've elevated the level of builds that we make, and this is probably one of them. So let me just allow I didn't even get your name. Tunchi. Okay, yeah. So I think just introduce yourself and then we can go on and just talk about some of the builds that you have.
Okay, I go by the name of Tunchi, work for Recoveries. This is one of the many builds we've had, and this one is ours.
Okay. I feel like I want this to be the last one. So I don't know if we can maybe talk about the one there, then the RX8, and maybe the DX last, because I know this is what people really want to see.
That one, that side, it's a dead project. Doesn't have an engine.
Okay. I don't even know what car that is, to be honest.
It's an Opel Monza.
Okay. What was being done?
We removed the engine, and we're having one main.
Okay, that's just the original engine
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
Okay. But I think I used to see this car move. So what happened? It just blew up?
Yeah, the engine blew up.
Oh, okay. I love the seats. I don't think I've seen red Recaro seats before. They look nice. What were you aiming for with this build?
This one was for drag races.
Drag races, okay.
It's still for drag races.
It's still for drag, okay.
Yes.
Now I can see from all the switches inside. Any special things that you did to this one?
First it was running on the stock engine and everything, but now it's going to come back with table kits and aftermarket parts,
Okay.
internals and everything.
It has a 4-cylinder, six.
It's a 4-cylinder, inline
Four-cylinder.
4-cylinder.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'd like to see that. I know I've seen this car before. I think if I have a picture, I know it used to sit on some really nice rims.
Yes.
I don't really know much about these cars, but it looks like a really cool project there. I'm hoping to see it when it's done. And then the RX8 here.
The RX8 had the stock engine, rotary.
Which are not strong.
Yeah, it's not strong, so it died. So we're trying to force things and put the 1G in it.
Yeah, this doesn't
The
look
engine
like.
is already in, only a few things remaining, and the car will be running.
I think whenever I see such a mod, I always try to ask what gearbox are you going to be using? How are you connecting
So this
the whole
one's
drive shaft?
stock on everything, like the transmission and the engine,
Okay.
automatic transmission. So everything. This is Toyota.
Also, you're using the same
Yes.
gearbox for the 1G.
Yes.
Okay.
What we're only going to mesh is the wires and the prop shaft.
Okay. Oh, it looks like it wasn't even meant to be in here. I feel like you can tell even from how far it's from the fire. Any challenges?
Yeah, we had one with the steering, so we had to adjust, improvise. So this is why the steering was somewhere this high. Had to bring it down, so there was some cutting and welding. You can even see from here. had to improvise, put a boat. It has to work.
No, it definitely has to work. With the cutting and all that, have you made sure like the subframe is still reinforced and everything?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like a really nice project. But the diff and everything are just the same as
Yeah, the
Derek
diff
said.
remains stock.
And what's the purpose for this one?
This one's just for driving.
Driving, okay.
Yes.
No, I can't wait. I hope I see it once it's fully done. I feel like we're breaking down the builds very simple. I was expecting something more like uh, it's challenging or something, but I'm sure you guys are used to building these cars and everything just works the
Uh,
first time.
the first time we started this, we had a lot of challenges, but we're getting better by the day. With the help of a few friends from other workshops and the like, we're getting there.
And how long has it been going?
This one, it's less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. Okay,
Yes.
that's really fast. That's really fast. And what do you like about it the most yourself?
It's just the appearance of this boat.
And I feel like you don't see as many projects as this. I think I saw one by Mod Kings who was doing a 1JZ swap.
Yes.
I don't know how far he went with that. I haven't gone back since, but
We actually did one with the 1JZ manual,
okay.
finished it. It was for spinning, blew the motor, the engine. So what's this? We let it go.
And maybe I think the next question for me is why this motor? Because I think if you look at the 1G and 1JZ, I don't know, maybe I find the 1JZ to be a very strong engine. So, like, why go back to a 1G when you started first with the 1JZ? And I'm sure maybe you learned a few things like 1JZ, what you needed to do. So, why try and go for the 1G when you could just simplify things?
Okay, so for the 1G, I could prefer driving a 1G because of fuel.
Okay.
The consumption is slightly lower. This one's a 1.8.
Oh,
The
there's the
1G is
1G. I thought they're all 2 liters.
no,
Okay.
1G is 1.8. 1JZ is 2.5.
Okay.
Yes.
Normally, I thought the 1G is like a 2 liter engine. I didn't know that they're also 1.8.
Mhm.
Okay. So for this motor, the owner just specifically wanted a 1G.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And the computers and everything, you're just trying to mesh up with the stock one.
Mhm.
Okay. You didn't have to modify any oil sumps.
Boy, we actually did.
Okay.
So initially, the 1G oil sump comes from the front. So we had to cut it and flip it so that the bottom part is at the back, yes, because that's where the space was.
You can actually see even your engine mounts Frankenstein made, if I can use that word. But are those the black ones I'm seeing?
Yes.
So I'm assuming I haven't done a project myself, but I feel like even when you're making engine mounts, do you like balance the engine up so it's like, because this is another engine obviously that wasn't in the car, so how do you go about that?
So first things first, when we remove the motor that we don't want in the body, we start with cleaning, then trying to see where the mounts are going to sit. We have to make sure it's straight, that if you put both mounts this side and the other side, the engine should sit straight.
Okay.
Because immediately the engine slants on one side or anything, it doesn't run right.
This is clean. This is clean. So you guys just love Toyota, or there any other like builds or engines that you prefer?
Africa drives Toyota.
Alright.
Africa drives Toyota.
Like it really looks. It feels like it's not even a swap. I don't know. I think someone who doesn't like really know cars will just look at it and like, oh, okay,
It's original motor.
yeah. Any modifications to it, or it's just stock and fast air intake?
The engine itself, it's a modification. This one's a
Okay.
Ford Courier. So we got a Toyota engine, the 1JZ, and put it in here. Had to modify a few things here, like the brackets. Did a bit of cutting and welding for it to sit perfect.
You can even tell with how far back it is. This one can start up. It's quiet, eh? Oh, it's not like... Oh, that's really... Oh, and it's an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's one 2JZ automatic or...
1JZ Auto.
Okay.
This one's a 2.5. And this one is a 2JZ.
No, it's really nice. Really nice. I think we can now go to the... I think this is one of your, like... I don't know, for me, this is like one of your top builds. I don't know about you guys. I feel like you've just taken this to a whole nother level. I think the things that I like the most about this car is like just the way you've simplified the front end. I don't know. For me, I think a drift car is like, it's a drift car. So
So
you smash it. I love this. And then I love also your back. I love the roll cage as well. And then I love your whole fuel system. I'm sure you get to explain more on that, but
yeah.
I think I love this. I really love this. I just love how simple it is. I really love how simple it is. I love the exhaust. I love the dictator. So I don't know. Where would you like to start? What's your favorite part about this car?
Okay, first we started this car with 1JZ
Okay.
manual. It didn't give us the power we wanted. Sat back, went back to tables, said, let's try a 1UZ. So a 1UZ is a 4-liter V8 running on a W58 transmission.
I saw you broke one of those. Huh?
Yes.
It's too much power.
So the one we broke was a 4-speed.
Okay.
Managed to get a 5-speed. So I'm sure this one will try and hold up with the power.
And then with the engine, is it just all stock or you had to reopen it?
But we're running on aftermarket. That's a management.
So I saw these things. I'm like, I know that's a fuel regulator. Eh?
Yes.
And then what's this over here?
This one's a module.
Okay. What does it do?
It brings spark to the injectors.
Okay.
The plugs actually.
Maybe for people that also don't understand what the fuel regulator is, maybe you might just try and explain for them.
So basically, a fuel regulator is it calculates the amount of fuel that's going to leave the engine. Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's fair enough. But I love this build. I think I don't know how it looks like it's really heavy because I can see the car is like it's heavy in the front, or maybe it's just the wheels that are different from the back. So the one JZ wasn't giving you enough power, and with this one, you wanted more power,
Yes.
and you have it now.
Yes.
So
So
I think
this one's doing the job.
so with I'm sure with how like it's a 4 liter vessel, so it needs a lot of fuel. That's why you went ahead and put the sage tanks.
Okay,
Now,
so this one's the fuel cell.
okay,
This other one is the sage tank. So fuel, we're going to put fuel in here. The first pump, we pump fuel from here into the sage tank. Then the other pump that's in here, pump fuel to the engine.
so it's never starting.
Yes.
That's really nice. And what management system are you running on this one?
This one, the management is specifically for the same engine. The
Okay,
one you said. Yes.
that's a dictator.
Yes.
Okay, just run me through like a dictator. When you get it, it's like it's not like a normal ECU, right?
Yes.
So like when you get it, is it like it's totally like blank, and then you just like have to start remapping, or it already comes with like a base, and you just
The,
start building off it?
there are some that come with a program in it. Then there are some that don't have.
Okay.
So if it doesn't have a program, just connect. We're going to connect our laptop, put a program that we have, and we'll balance everything: the fuel and the power.
I think most people have. I've seen most people, like that. Pa, 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 pa. I don't know. I think this is when I recently learned that that's a launch system
Yes,
for the
launch control.
dictator. Many people don't know that. So like, just try and explain it for us. Just break it down.
Launching, it's more like cutting off power.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting off power without the motor going off.
No, that's the best way actually. It's like so you can just like set it at any RPM that you want, and then you keep it there.
It's actually a button. It's actually a button. Here. This is what we use.
Okay. So you can once you rev it up to any RPM that you want.
Yes, then press the button.
Oh, okay. Just you want to set it up for us?
Yes. You can do it.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Your fuel pumps are loud. That feels good. So just press it at any RPM?
Yeah.
Or I just press it now?
Step on it first.
You get me addicted. That's now I can tell you enjoy that. That really sounds good. And I'm looking at all the sponsors. So all these are sponsors.
Yes.
Hey, you wanna go through them? Just give them a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Subchill, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, Caps Logistics, Greg Jones Investments. They're more this side.
The fuel pumps are loud. Yeah, like even with the car running, I can still get them.
Cap Spare Solutions, Skylight Auto, the Gas and Oil Shop. So these are the guys that keep us moving.
And with the cooling system, is this more than enough for you?
This is doing the job. So we have 2 fans on the inside and 1 on the outside.
Or they're always on, or it's a clutch system?
They're always on.
So how long can you go for a run with like just new tires on constant?
Some I've managed the lap for 5 minutes
Five
without the
minutes.
car overheating.
Wow. I can also see that your header is custom
Yeah,
and it's a straight pipe all the way.
straight pipe all the way.
Now, if only we could go for a ride.
We can have one just for you.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yo. No, it's got power. Serious mad power. Wow. Ah, that's a hot one. That's crazy. It's like you didn't even do anything. Are you running a normal fuel or?
Yes, the program we're using is letting us to run on pump fuel.
Oh, okay. It
Yes,
smells like there's something else.
I know it's just pump fuel.
I don't know if we talked about the drivetrain. Any modifications you did to connect the W58? That's our Tesla gearbox, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, this one's a Hilux gearbox.
Oh, the W58. Also, it came in both Hilux and Alteza.
The one that comes in an Alteza, if it's coming with a 1G, then it's going to be similar to that one. If
Oh,
there's a
okay.
3S, it's whole solid.
So you also did the cut and weld,
Cut
bell
and weld.
housing,
Yeah.
and the drive shaft as well. That's modified.
Mhm.
And the diff, that's a normal diff that comes with that.
This one's a normal diff, just had to lock it.
Oh, so you how do you weld that? It's like you put plates in and then you
Yeah,
weld the
we
whole
put the
thing.
small plates in it, do a full weld, and that's it.
No, it's a really good build. I'm thankful for even giving me the opportunity and taking your time just to accommodate me. And I hope that I can be part of the whole process of you guys building all these cars. Because I feel like even myself, I'm learning a few things here and there. Like you've told me the 1G. I think from everywhere I go, I always learn one or two things at least. So I hope I can implement them on my build. And I love the search tanks as well. I feel like this is not something that many people do, or many people are now learning about. I don't know if it gives you any, or did you drift with it without the search tanks and then after to actually see that no, it has an effect and whatnot.
So this build basically, it's been try and error.
Okay.
We started with the normal fuel tank, just a normal one, the stock one that comes with the car. So if there's less fuel in it, the car was losing power when it's going sideways. So we first cut the normal fuel tank, did gas welding. It wasn't clean enough, but it was doing the job.
Okay.
Then later we managed to get the fuel cell and the search tank.
So with this, like you've seen an overall improvement, no sloshing about, even when you're sliding, it doesn't just cut or anything.
It doesn't.
Does that also just like, because I've heard that like if you have a good fuel flow, you can help like cool the engine down, but I'm sure you can't tell those differences. But like with constant fuel, it helps even like the running of the car, right?
Yes, the car runs smooth and with less struggles.